your 2 tunnel vision on this base. So, in the blue, we've got a marathon playing with rovers, starting out with the dot, alright. Versus in the red, as we saw before, it's tanks for Iwantusername. So, starting out, because not a whole lot happens, we have a 2.1 metal extractor max, 2.1 metal max, with no solar nearby, so it doesn't cost any energy. This is a 2.1 metal extractor max, with 1 solar nearby, taking up 0 metal, or like 0 energy right now. But now it is turning 0.2, of course, 0.1 energy into 0.2 metal. That's how overdrive works. Because you have more energy than you have metal, it turns the excess energy, so about 1 or 2 energy right now, into 0.6 metal. Kodachi already out, will easily clean up the dot, and honestly, this is going to hurt for Marathon. Dealing with Kodachis as a relatively low ranked player is annoying, even for high ranked players, but those just know to ignore them and go to the enemy base, probably. Though of course Scorchers you don't want to chase either. So having distance and like actually engaging the enemy near their base can be really nice, because then you can just retreat into your own base. Having them chase you works really well. Right. Do you know about that Kodachi? You don't. That's going to hurt most likely. Now it's in radar. Only 1 Lotus. That gets cleaned up by a Kodachi. Scorcher is soon up though. And not actually focusing on the Lotus all that well, so Kodachi is actually going down. That's really, really good. Right. Scorcher engaging against Commander already, going to hurt, because that's already, how much reclaim exactly? 200-ish. For Iwantusername. Yeah, that's going to hurt. Bad attrition. And giving, like, the higher ranked player more metal. Not good. Kodachi Factory, it's Jover, lads. Is sometimes. I mean, chasing Scorcher is also something you don't want to do. Because that way they have, like, good DPS as well. Because it reduces the effective distance. So, look. These Kodachi Scorchers are doing quite decently. They took down 1 Kodachi. Of course, it does hurt them a whole lot, so they don't need to be like healed up. And you're facing 3 of them now, so that's not yet GG, but close to it. This though is very good. Trying to go around, having those Kodachis chase you, like not engaging. 1 little Lotus though, that's not enough to take down anything here. And, well, 1 Kodachi did go down. So that's probably all you could have hoped for. Iwantusername also expanding quite well. And we'll probably, like, fortify this position with a couple of turrets and then push in here and then it's GG. I mean, it is indeed very difficult to push Kodachi Factory with Scorchers. Yeah, surviving is probably the best way. Yeah, easier said than done, yes, of course. 3 Scorchers with 1 or 2 Lotus against 3 Kodachis. Kodachi is still somewhat damaged. Over here, I mean, close by, but or just barely going to die. And that one will just heal up without issues. Oh, that's going to hurt. Well, over here though, you did take down all 3 of those Kodachis without losing a whole lot yourself. So, for now, it's going quite well. Reclaiming that already, that's like 300 reclaim. Really, really nice. Also, I should probably put that one up sometimes. I forget. And because, like, Scorcher is slightly longer range, yeah, than Kadachi. So as long as the Kadachi is chasing you, you can actually take some decent fights. But if they are near your base, then it's not great. Like, at all. Right. Eco for Iwantusername 6.67 overdrive. Because these are now 3.1 metal maxes. By spending like 5-ish, 3 to 5 energy to get all of that extra metal. Ogre, also a very strong riot. I mean, Scorches, you need to retreat as soon as you see that thing. Indeed you do, right. Fortified position here for Iwantusername. Also defending this with solars. I'm not sure if that's the intention, but that's actually kind of good. Because it makes pathing quite horrible for vehicles. Because they can't really turn on the spot all that well. So, good number of Scorches up north, no defenses there. However, that is an emissary, which does really good AoE. The Scorches being fast enough are doing a pretty good job, though that hurts. That's already a couple of Scorches going down. Emissary will not get another shot off. Ogre should be denied. They're not currently doing that. That might cause issues, but you can just retreat. And you know what? Those Scorchers have been doing a pretty decent job over there. Over here, of course, Eco also going down for Marathon. And Ogre, yeah, engaging Ogre with Scorchers is not good. Dominatrix can deal with them very well. Yes, I think so, yes. Dominatrix Ball is just OP as well. But it does cost a lot. Of course, not as much as like Ogres and things like that. And even with Dominatrix, you kinda need room to maneuver, because you need to retreat while engaging them. That's the issue. Well, that's GG. Not yet. I mean, they're coming in with Ravagers now. Those can soak a lot of damage. And DPS on Kadachi and Ogre, not amazing, honestly. Ogre has mostly splash damage. And Kadachi likes fire. It's not great fire though. But it's fine. I mean, what's the DPS technically? 80. Okay, that's actually a lot more than I thought. Though, of course, it is also an expensive raider. 170 each. Whereas the enemy assault is only 250, so not a whole lot more expensive. Monokadachi into Emissary in Lotus Forest. Emissaries are actually amazing riots. Though not as much against rovers. Once again, engaging really well. 103 attrition. Amazing! And that as a rover factory. Retreating from those Kadachis, not sitting in the fire all that long, and if you just heal these up and treat them as tanks, that's not too bad. Shieldbot factory for Skirm does make some sense, I guess. I mean, they're slower than Ravager, so why do you want them? To engage against Lotus? That seems like an expensive switch. Oh well. We'll see what they do with them. I don't think it's a very good switch though. Over here, Eco should be going down. Hurts to lose that rover because that's like Scorcher, because that's 300 DPS up close. And now, what are you going to do with these? I mean... I don't know. Sure, they have like good damage, like good burst damage, so they can work against the commander. But that's about it. Over here, commander caught out by a couple of Ravagers, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, they don't have a good DPS. So commander is just able to retreat there without issues. Nice line of defenses over there, though Kadachi can still just run past and kill all of these maxes. They're not doing that yet, but they could. Yeah, Ravager is pretty good. And Kadachi beats Scorcher, yes. Scorcher is also a lot less expensive, though. Bandit switch, now that does make a bit of sense against the assaults, because it is high DPS cheap units. Whereas, well, Ravager beats your Kadachi quite a lot better. Compared to Scorchers and all that. So Bandit against Ravager is really, really nice. Forward Caretaker is not going down, so will help out a lot for Reclaim. However, if we just look at current eco, Marathon is a lot better just because of all of that map control. Even building maxes over here. Now that is greedy. Should probably be denied by Iwantusername soon, by just sending one bandit here. Because they're not even planning on building a Lotus yet. Oh well. And a Mystery going after Cloaker. Well, that's not a Cloaker yet, and it's dead. As expected. I mean, a Mystery surprisingly accurate. And like good at sniping things. Recluse, I mean, they're not doing too poorly, but darts can hit them. No issues. Scorchers can just dodge all of their shots and then kill them as well. I don't really like the switch. Even the Ravager, I'm pretty sure, is able to dodge them quite okay if it's on an attack move. Just going around. Double Ogre versus like 4 Ravagers and 2 Scorchers. Engage with those Ravagers first, please. Not doing that, losing both of the Scorchers already. Ravager's not engaging either, at least not very well. One Ogre is down, the other one is heavily damaged. Should be taken down probably, but will not. Going forwards, 2 Ravagers against single Ogre. Not great because they're also clumped up, so Ogre does deal very good AoE against them. And is almost cleaning them up. Now, Ripper finally on the field. That is countered by Rogue. I don't know why you built that. I mean, Dart and Scorcher is able to handle Bandit pretty well, and also is the counter to Rogues. So I don't know why you're going Ripper against a mostly Skirm force. Oh well, over here, raiding once again with Ravager. Quite nice. Cleaning up Caretakers will be good. I mean, it slows down production, but I'm pretty sure you're mostly hurt by those shield bots right now. And that forward commander is also a bit of a nuisance. What's that Stinger protecting? I don't know. So I don't like it. I mean, it's not good against Rogue. So why are you building it? It's also not great against Bandit. I mean, it's single target damage. Oh well, you were probably panicked and like, oh, I need something quick. And that's why you build it. I think. Not sure. Anyways, once again, Ogre cleaned up by Ravagers. At this rate, I don't know who wins. I mean, with all of the reclaim over here, Iwantusername's eco should be a lot better. They should be able to raid this without issues. Because Kadachi or Blitz can just move past. They can just blitz past and then like, kill all of these maxes. Like this is naked eco, naked expansion. This should have been cleaned up like 5 minutes ago. though I don't think it was built back then, but you get the point. Once again, Ravager moving forwards. One of them was heavily damaged, now dead. And the other two are also kinda damaged. I mean, they're engaging against solar panels. This is not an effective raid, I'd say. Does clean up one max. And once again, shield bots moving forwards. I mean, rogues have already used their rockets, so your Ripper is able to engage against bandits this time around. That's not too bad. A mystery far forwards could be cleaned up by those rovers. And it is indeed, right. Let's see about that. I don't yet know, but I think this means it's a good fight for... I don't know, Iwantusername, I think? No, it's a good fight for Marathon. It has to be, because there was a mystery in this force. For Iwantusername. Right. Still though, a lot of loaders, so they cannot escape from here anymore. And slowly but surely, that is advancing. On the other side though, factory going down, possibly even to the AoE from your own ogres. But that doesn't just mean that, well, even more metal goes into the shield bot factory. The thing you're struggling most against right now. Ravager's Revenant switch is kinda nice, but what's your target? I don't know. Let's see, what are you going to go after? Ogre. Sure. I mean, technically you can one-shot it. For that you have to be really lucky though, because most of your missiles often miss. And Ogre is pretty decent anti-air. Not great, I mean, Revenant is also like able to soak a lot of damage. Oh, this could be fun though. I don't think Snitch is able to engage against Scorcher. And indeed it is not, because Scorcher is just too strong. I don't really know why they haven't been mixing in any dots. Those can be really nice against rogues and even bandits sometimes. No defenses here, at least not any significant defenses. Eco for Iwantusername is pretty much fully reclaim. Marathon wasting metal now, not great. And yeah, this should have already been cleaned up by Iwantusername a long time ago. Should have moved in here when they could. Right now that's of course a little bit more difficult with all of the loaders. But still possible, I mean they can sneak through up north. And pork against Impaler Factory. Yeah, that is indeed an interesting idea, but they're not going Impaler anyways, so... oh well. Do you think a couple more bandits could be nice? Of course Ripper here, but if you just focus down the Ripper with your rogues, you can actually just move forward. No real other riots here. And all of the Ravager go down. Marathon, your attrition is not great right now. However, like... how do you manage this, Iwantusername? Like, you only have the middle of the map, and all of the other places have been captured by your enemy, pretty much. You're too tunnel vision on this base, I feel. Just getting out a one bandit could kill like 4, 5, 6 maxes. Even though you have a good push going on, I still think this is Marathon's game to lose. They should just be able to hold on here and choke them out. I mean, there are no real defenses here. And as soon as Iwantusername's factory is down, I don't think they're going to recover from that. And, well, closest defense is over here. You can quite easily just move in there. with just a couple of raiders. Badger, alright, a very fun unit though. Because you don't have the opportunity to like lay down a minefield, it doesn't work that well. And yeah, Impaler would be better. Against units it's decent. Against base defense it's definitely not as good as an Impaler. Also, scrap what I said about those stingers, like not defending anything, and they're doing quite well. Just because Iwantusername is wasting units. But still, they're doing quite well. I can't believe Iwantusername is just letting this happen. That eco is still pretty decent because of this reclaim field. But they should not allow this. Ravagers are going to be cleaning up the last little bits, and then Scorcher will just clean up all of those solars. All of a sudden they will have excess metal, and then their production will slow down even further. Badger numbers pretty decent right now, so we're finally also able to like start engaging the rogues, I guess. And wasting like a lot of stinger shots. Why are you trying to terraform them? Terraform them? I don't know. Hey, they're finally starting to clean up a little bit of eco, I guess? Yes, they are! Good job! Double Revenant. Double Revenant is able to engage Chainsaw. Huh, that would probably be good. And indeed, they are finally actually cleaning out a little bit of eco. Still have to clean up all of this, but it's fine. Ravagers moving forwards. Two of them, no, one of them only going down. And that means eco over here will go down as well. No defenses there, at all. Bandits, once again idle. Okay, now moving forward. We'll be able to take down that gunship factory. They should be able to at least. I mean, their DPS is good enough that they'll clean it up before the Ripper gets there. But they're just moving through, except they're not. They're just sitting there again, getting hit by a Lotus and getting cleaned up. Alright. Revenant's being wasted on solars, it seems. Not ideal. Double chainsaw now, alright. A one forwards, a one in the base. And Iwantusername's eco is gone, because they don't have access to the reclaim field anymore. So slowly but surely, Marathon is massing up badges, pushing this back, and all of a sudden it will be GG. Low numbers of bandits cannot engage against Badger either, because of minefield. They don't have a lot of mines down yet, but soon they will, and with those other units coming in as well. Oh, it has been double changed for a while. Didn't really pay attention to it, and it's not as if it really did anything. I mean, this one got a couple of shots off, this one didn't. And Commander is just kind of sitting there. It's GG. Iwantusername's factory will be gone in like 10 seconds maybe. And it's GG. How did we end up here? That's a good question that I do not have an answer to.